Oh, hi everyone, and welcome to today's session of the midweek modules, which we totally prepared way in advance and did not do any amount of rushing for. Today we're going to be playing the Known Gnomes module by D&D and Paige, who's one of the alumni from the Academy last weekend. Beast Games, you have been gifted a subscription by Israel. Thank you, Israel. Thank you, Beast. You guys, thanks for the support. As such, Beast, you have a Nat 1 or Nat 20 to gift to anyone you like, including yourself.
I'll go ahead and give that to myself, a nat 20.
Of course. Fair enough. Fair enough. There's no shame here. So what we'll do is we'll go around in a moment and introduce ourselves and everything. But first off, of course, I have a few things to go through. If you're new to the channel, please check out our social links. They are Discord, Twitter, and YouTube. Discord is where you can find our inclusive, safe, fun family space where you guys can check out D&D or TTRPGs for the first time, or return to them and come and talk to us about them because we love it. If you want to get into games, Twitter is the place to DM me. I'm very close to filling up this season now, so DMs may take me slightly longer to respond, as I honestly don't have times yet for the next season. Wrangling DMs is difficult work, but send me a DM anyway, and as soon as I can, I will get you into a game. Next up, we have YouTube. Everything on YouTube is up to date. If you want to catch up with the other shows in this series of one-shot modules on YouTube, you can do so there. And also any other show that we have been playing. On top of this, we are full-time. Thank you so much for all of our progress on this here donation bar below us. I have a feeling that tonight's going to be a good night, but also that the days to go is wrong because I haven't updated it yet today. There's actually 23 days to go as it resets on the 17th. There we go, that'll be updated for you now. Also, you guys can check out our Patreon. There's another way to support us. There is some exclusive content in there for Patrons where you can support us and have access to that for as little as $1. But even if you don't do that, you can also check out our articles on there, which are completely free. So head over and check them out. And once you've subscribed on Patreon, let me know by hitting that second link, and it will bring up an event-style notice, much like the subscription alerts. We also have merchandise, where you guys can get the booklets like I use for these very one-shots. Perfect size to hold a 3-hour one-shot, and make all the notes and everything you need for that. Also, lots of other merch as well. Redbubble merch is really comfy, so check it. We have two sponsors in the form of Bird in the Storm Publishing. Bird in the Storm Publishing will be bringing content to us in January, but for now, check out their merch and mugs and their Twitter for all sorts of announcements and things. We'll be doing a lot with them come the new year. And we also have Mayhem Press. Mayhem Press, you can see them on Thursdays at the 1 p.m. Argo showing, where we play through their 5e Space Reskin. And you can see the free 30-page review and pre-order material there if that's something that interests you. It's good fun. What else have we got? We have also got... we don't have a competition at the moment because we have a winner, and I have just sent out your dice today, Arcanist, if you're tuning in or watching the VOD. That should be with you in a few weeks, apparently, from here to get to Canada. I've got a tracking number I need to send you, actually. Where on earth did I put that? Over there. I'll send that to you. Also, we have a tweet. Every 10 retweets gets a random Wild Magic Surge from our very own Wild Magic Surge table. If you saw that Discord link earlier on, go over to the Discord. You can find the Wild Magic Surge table in the suggestion box tab where it's pinned, and pretty much anything that goes in the suggestion box gets put in the Wild Magic Surge table. So check it out. That, however, is quite enough waffle from me. Let's go around and meet our players for today. So guys... yeah, we'll just do quick introductions. Then I'll set the scene, and then we'll introduce your characters, okay? So we'll go around clockwise. We'll start with Skyra. Who are you? What pronouns should we use for you, and how are you?
Hey guys, I'm Skyra Moss. Pronouns are she, her. I'm doing pretty good today. Excited for the weekend.
Next we have Beast Games 312, or Beast for short. Oh, hi.
Hey, Beast, use he, him. And I'm ready to play some D&D.
Oh yeah, awesome. Next around we have Clever Comment, or Tony. Hi, Tony.
Hello, I'm Tony. Pronouns are he, him, and I am excited to play some D&D.
Fantastic. And last but most certainly not least, Deirdre.
Hi all, you know me, I'm Deirdre, or Prax, as I hang out in the chat with you. I'm very excited, my pronouns are she, her. I'm very excited to play some D&D. Also, chat, get your betting's on. Who is going to die first in this week's midweek modules? We all want to know.
I mean, like that's a thing, you know? Like, that's-
Scrat never kills us in these things.
no,
Never.
I never.
Absolutely not. But
No
it's good
one-
betting.
No one died at all last week. That's so. Oh, if no one dies at all, does that mean I win? What do I win?
No. If no, somebody did die. You're devil.
Oh yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah. Oh well. Well, guys. So, you are known as the known gnomes. You are a troop of gnomes that know each other, and you are known for your many adventurous and heroic things that you have done in the past, be they one or two or many. You know each other. Last night in the tavern, you were all sitting together drinking when a messenger came over to you and told you of a message of a lord whose daughter had been stolen. After a night considering whether this was a worthy quest, you left in the morning, headed across the land towards this lord's village where there are longhouses and such. He told you that his daughter Kaja had been taken from him, and that if he attempts to rescue her, then the goblins that have taken over the nearby mountain tomb created by the dwarves would surely kill her. They request their land in exchange for his daughter or his daughter's head, his choice. He has asked you to sneak in through a back way that his scouts have found, but they're only small enough for a goblin to get in, or perhaps a gnome. You've also been given a horn, which has the mark of the Foss house on it, and the horn, you have the instructions to try and sneak Kaja out the front way, for she will not fit out the back way. The back way is not an option for Kaja. So we'll have to sneak her out the front way and blow the horn to summon a cavalry that they will prepare just out of sight around the mountain corner, to speed you away from any dangers that you have inside. A healer has given you a pack containing 2 potions of healing, 1 antitoxin, and various bandages for you to divide amongst you. And the scouts are leading you out towards the this back entrance. We'll start on the journey. Let's go round again. This time introduce your character, what they are known for in the known gnomes, and one other party member that you know, and how. So how you know one of the other party members. Ideally, I'd like it so that you all know each other in different ways at the end. And we'll go the other way around this time. So we'll start with Deirdre.
Oh, hi. This week we are going to have Zethra and Zethra. Zethra is an arcane trickster, known for maybe liberating a few things and possibly on occasion doing some, slight practical jokes with those liberations that she's appropriated. And she knows Loros the best because Loros is her mother's second cousin on her third side, and they have a very slightly contentious relationship over some of the slight misappropriations that Zethra has done.
Okay, thank you very much to Isra, who donates to give 2 wild magic surges to Beast. Our wild magic surge number is 546. I'll put it in Zoom chat for you. Please roll 1d546. It's actually bigger than this now, but I've had a broken keyboard and a cold, so I haven't been able to update it.
Hold up, let me figure out how to do this.
You should just be able
Copy
to
and paste.
copy that and put it in the roll chat and in the Roll20 chat, and it should roll it for you. And if you could do that 2 times, that'd be high numbers. Fantastic.
I tell you now, I'm sorry.
Oh no.
Oh, is this one of yours again?
Whilst I
think
look
so.
these up, let's go next to Clever Comment.
Hi, I am playing Loros. He is a druid. He's very well put together. He's not your typical kind of like dirty, smelly druid. He's kind of slow of action, not necessarily like he's intelligent and clever, but he's very deliberate. I would say he's known for always being able to cook something, kind of no matter what ends up on the plate. He's probably the cook. And I think he knows Briar the best. I think the two of them probably have bonded over some sort of natural occurrence, perhaps like a storm that they were kind of out in together, or something along those lines of just like they both appreciate the kind of destructive and wild nature of the elements.
Fantastic. Thank you so much. Next, we go around to Beast.
So I am playing Colwyn. He's a Pact of the Chain Warlock. One of the things that he's probably the most known for is having a imp familiar that accompanies him throughout his travels. And he probably knows, I'd say probably Zethra the best. And just from, like, at some point had just met a fellow gnome and was like, we're staying together. Have fun getting rid of me.
If I wanted you gone, you'd be dead.
Okay, and last but most certainly not least, Skyra.
Hey guys, I'm gonna be playing Briar today. She's known for fighting tirelessly to protect the beauty of nature and all that is good in the world. She definitely knows Loros the best due to their mutual love of nature, and they kind of understand each other more in that manner.
Awesome. So you're the hippies. Got it. Could Briar also please roll for me 2 wild magic surges?
Ooh.
Thank you, Isriva, who has taken our stream boss for the evening, which means every stream that he tunes into, he will get a nat 1 or 20 to gift to whomever he pleases. And when you take the stream boss for the first time, you get a free £10 donation. Hence the wild magic surges. Low number.
Ooh, 2 low numbers.
Are you also known for hovering, Briar?
For hovering?
Hovering, yeah.
I mean, not specifically.
Because right now you are hovering.
Like above the ground?
Above the pony.
Oh. Huh. That's not Are one of you guys levitating me?
No.
That's not funny. Put me down. Put me down this instant.
Loris just kind of like brings his pony over and is just inspecting and like kind of like running his hand in between the pony and Briar, and is just kind of like looks confused, and he starts like pulling out kind of scrolls and various instruments, and just kind of looks at you, and it's just like, I can't help you.
There's no wind currents that would be causing this.
No, but it is quite entertaining.
You say there's no wind currents, but Calwyn has a cloak which billows as though it is a cloak of billowing. It's constantly billowing.
What?
Well, okay, it's a bit windy, but not enough to make me float like this.
And it wouldn't make you float in a general located place. It would make you go somewhere.
Are you doing this, Zethra? Come on.
No.
So
I mean, it's a
Loris
good
is
idea.
gonna-
I'll have to figure out how to do it, but it's not me this week.
Loris is gonna just like take a rope out of his pack and just like start tying it around Briar, and then just trying to like strap her back down to the pony.
I don't see why that wouldn't work. Yeah, sure, you can strap her down.
Cool. So then he just makes like a little harness for her, and then just kind of straps her into.
Abruptly, the troop leader stops and says, Just down this way, there's a trail that leads to the secret entrance into the mountain. Come, I will show you. We must go on foot from here.
Do I trust him?
Just because he's got a creepy NPC voice, okay? Like, he's okay. This is one of the scouts that was sent out with you.
Yeah, but there had to have been an inside job to get the princess out of the building.
You
All
would
of the scouts are suspect.
you would have been told yesterday that she was captured whilst hunting.
Oh, okay.
Did she
So
not
where were
have
her body-
scouts or something?
Yeah, where were her bodyguards?
The general consensus last night was that the princess needs no bodyguards.
General consensus is wrong. Got it.
So no, I don't trust him at all. Got it. Zethra is gonna turn to Loros.
Mhm.
Maybe you should check and make sure we're not being led into a trap because he's creepy. And doing his
Yes.
job.
So Laura's just like looks at Zethra and is initially is kind of like looking back at Briar where like the levitation was happening and looks back at Zethra and is just like, all right, I'll take a look. And so he'll get off the pony first and just kind of scout out the area, see if he sees anything.
Well, the scout starts leading towards it past some trees, and as he walks past this large pine tree, he points out a trail. As you're scouting around, would you like me to make me some sort of check, maybe perception or survival, something that you think would be relevant?
Sure.
Yeah, okay, on a 14, you can see there's no obvious ambushes around. It's not like there's horses down the road waiting or anything like that. No smoke or anything like that around, no campfires showing this is a used area. Just, showing a,
Okay, so Loris is going to look back at Zethra and he's going to walk towards Briar and start like unhooking the rope harness that he made. He's just like, looks fine to me. I think we're good.
All right. Zethra is gonna get down from the horse and pony, because you would not put a gnome on a horse.
as it is, you're two to a pony sort of thing.
Yeah. She'd get down and then kind of just flip down, not even try and dismount, just be like, no, I'm done. And then begin stalking forward towards, kind of slightly stealthily following the spy, or the scout, excuse me.
Stealthily stalking, got it. Okay.
Mhm.
And the rest of you, just following along blindly, or anything that you are doing with your actions?
I would say that Loros is probably still keeping an eye out, trying to see if he hears any disruptions in like the animals that are around in the trees. If birds are suddenly quiet, or squirrels are running around.
I'd say we'll keep using your 14. It's normal. Things go quiet when you step near, but start up again once you get 5-10 feet away. The brush beneath you hasn't been massively walked. When you get to the trail, you can see this is a really old path of desire. Maybe this was a quarry once or something like that. But there's nothing. There's nothing to show that people have been here recently.
Okay. So I would say Loros feels comfortable, but is also just kind of like, taking Zethra's warning and is just keeping an eye out and just kind of hanging back a little bit. So he's bringing up the rear. I'd say.
So the scout stops ahead, just on a small ridge, which drops down about 10 feet into a clearing. This could indeed be an overgrown quarry. He sort of points to a jagged piece of wall across the way, and you can see two goblins are moving towards this point in the wall. They stop outside, and after a few moments, another pair of goblins come out, and the original two go in. We've been watching them while we were waiting for you to come over the last day. Every hour and a half, they change guards. Whether you sneak or take them out, you've probably got about half an hour an hour and a half until someone starts raising the alarm.
Okay.
Is that okay?
Zethra, Loris looks at Zethra and is just like, you think you can get close?
Of course I can get close. Question is, do I want to do it now? How far from where we're hiding to the opening?
It's like in just a small clearing, sort of like quarry sized, I guess, but only 10 feet down. It looks like a gnome or dwarf quarry rather than a big human industrial quarry.
Okay, so like 60 feet from us to the opening, from us to where the entryway is. 100
Yeah.
feet, what?
60 feet, that'll be fine.
Okay.
Is
Okay.
it just like open pathway, or are there like trees in the way?
No,
Yeah.
it's clear. It's just overgrown grass. Fairly easy to navigate terrain. There's a 10-foot climb at the other side, but not difficult. It's sloped enough that you can make it without having to make a check or anything.
Okay. Zethra is gonna kind of glance out and see if she can see the 2 guards that came out.
Mhm.
And begin slowly stealthing her way around the top of the quarry.
Mhm.
Until she's like right above the entryway.
Yeah, okay. We can say that there's some brush or trees or things like that you can use to stealth around. Why don't you roll me a stealth roll? This will just be against their passive, so not too bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's plenty good enough. They sort of almost walk very close to you, not noticing you hiding in the close by.
Can I pick their
nature.
pockets with my mage hand?
Can certainly try.
Okay.
That's sleight of hand using intelligence, isn't it? If I'm correct, or
Mhm.
yeah.
Yeah. It's sleight of hand using well, I mean, do you want the dex sleight of hand or the intelligence sleight of hand? Because it's a 1 number difference.
Intelligence sleight of hand.
Okay. 24, not 20.
They don't have much on them, as your mage hand somehow thoroughly frisks them without them noticing. You can see that they're
I'm specifically looking for things like keys or guard materials, things that they would.
Yeah, no keys on them. They carry very small, I guess they're cutlasses or small scimitars. They're wearing like ragged leather armor, and they've got the general, stench that usually follows goblins as they pass you by. But you can certainly take their weapons.
Yes, I'm going to take their weapons.
You do so. You can add a scimitar to your list.
Okay. 1 scimitar?
You can take both of them if you like on a nat 20.
I will take both of them. And then I will gesture back to Loros, showing the weapons and then putting them away. Saying, now the guards are disarmed.
So Loris is gonna like look at Briar and is just gonna be like, so I think they're unarmed. Should we just charge at them?
I mean, I would have no problem taking them out, I suppose. They are evil, right? If they're kidnapping, then they're evil.
Yes.
Yeah, because
They're at least evil adjacent.
yeah, it's not cool to attack unarmed people, but if they're evil, then they need to be taken out either way, and it'll be a lot easier.
I would think so. I don't have very many ranged options, so I say we go for it. Cowan?
You want me to hook a javelin at him?
Sure.
You said we were like 60 feet away, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I can hook a surprise javelin at them.
Please
And
do.
the minute she does the other one, I'm going to cast just Ray of Frost on.
Okay, so that javelin will hit.
All right.
As she throws the javelin, can I do a Eldritch Blast at one of them.
Yeah, it was surprise round. Why
Alright.
not? Can you also roll your hex, whatever it was, cold thing, finger of death? What was it?
Ray of
Me?
Frost.
Ray of Frost.
Ray of
That's one.
Frost. Ray of
And
Frost.
I'm just
That
gonna
I have
like.
advantage on because I'm hiding.
Yes, you do.
Oh,
The nat one though, your Eldritch Blast goes very wide.
Oh.
Shamefully so. Can you roll me the damage on that Ray of Frost?
sure can.
No, that's me. Ray of Frost.
Yep, you
Ray
got
of
it.
Frost is yeah.
There we go. So it turns out that 9 is exactly their hit points. So you kill both goblins in one surprise round. They never even knew you were there, as like the javelin just takes one of them in the neck, the other one's like, and then as this cold blast hits him.
Yeah, so Loris just starts strolling down and is just like, "Good job, everyone. Well done."
We gotta hide the bodies. We have to hide the bodies. We can't. I'm not letting them found.
All right, just tell me where to drag him.
Maybe up here, but where they can't see them. I guess that would be good. Yes, we'll hide them up here.
On it.
Yeah, so Loris will help mount the goblins on Briar.
Yeah, I
Bri-
definitely wouldn't do too well with that.
You don't want me lifting anything.
Okay. And then when we get the where Zethra is, Loris will just try to sort of disguise where the bodies are, just kind of kick some dirt on them and maybe put some plant matter or anything that's around.
Try and roughly disguise them a little bit. Okay, yeah, that's fine. Well, this leaves you with the cavern entrance ahead of you.
Shall I go
Gnomes?
first, or do you want to stealth your way in?
I mean, be close, but I'll stealth. But be close.
I'll come up behind you, but I'm gonna be a bit loud. Chainmail.
So
Be a lot further behind me.
I'll just take up the rear then.
I'm going to go to Briar and just you see me just kind of reach out and touch your shoulder, and I'll give you guidance. So you get to add a D4 to an ability check. Yeah, so you can just add it to any ability check. So just kind of muttering and just being like, yes, we know you're very loud. You have a lot of armor.
All right.
So, if you investigate this tunnel entrance, you'll see that the tunnel is perfect height for goblins, but that means even as gnomes, you would have to go on hands and knees to get through.
There's some tiny goblins.
Uh-huh. They only had 9 HP.
Yeah.
I know, but usually goblins and gnomes are about the same size.
Well, nope. In this case,
Okay.
the goblins are smaller. Pygmy goblins.
It
Maybe
makes
goblins.
making me feel bad for just javelin them out of the blue like that. Poor tiny
Nah,
goblin.
It's fine. It's fine.
I mean, he was gonna die anyways. If you didn't kill him, I was.
Fair enough. We can't just let evil things persist in the world.
Yep. Plus, we getting paid. We are getting paid, right? Somebody did talk to them about we getting paid.
50 gold each, his eternal gratitude, and some other pleasantries. You get to add the
Okay, good.
title Foss to your name and stay at their longhouse as a guest anytime and all of the things that come with that.
Okay. We'll go save her.
We're getting gold.
We're getting gold.
Beast, could you re-roll one of your wild magic surges for me? I just can't figure out how I'm going to get it to fit.
Sure can.
Excellent. Target suddenly knows a great soup recipe and must try it out right now. Just as you get on hands and knees into the tunnel, it hits you. What is the soup recipe?
So I'm like, oh, hold up. And I start backing up to get out so that I can go and make a fire. And just-
Hey, watch it.
I gotta try some soup. I just thought of it. I've got to try it.
Okay, look, no, shh, it's not. You can have soup when we're done.
But
So At the mention of soup, Loros is just like, soup? I can make you soup. What kind of soup do you want?
No, I gotta make it.
Oh, okay.
Oh my god, focus.
Honestly, I
Okay.
don't. No,
I'm
we're
not-
Does
going.
anybody have any
not-
parchment?
Look, I'm already part way in the tunnel. I'm now crawling backwards out of this tunnel so that you guys can make soup.
Do any of you have any parchment?
I use my mage hand to hand him some parchment.
And then I start like scribbling on it, like just like with the back of my nail on the stone beneath, like just like one potato and like some grass and just a very awful soup recipe.
But no less.
Excuse me.
You still feel the need to try it out, and if you saw like a fire and a pot sitting nearby, you might not be able to resist. But writing the recipe down, quells your temptation for the time being. You can carry on as normal.
All right.
Yeah, so Loros will like take the recipe from you and just like look at it and be like, oh, I'm gonna try this next time. And I'll hand it back.
Yes, for sure.
Shh.
I forgot what we were doing for a second.
There's just this glowing like greenish blue mage hand in front of you, just going.
Going on their lips, like shh, shh.
And then coming back and just doing this.
So Loros will quiet down and then he'll just be like, I'll go for some soup right now too, and just start crawling back through the tunnel.
The tunnel is quite long. About halfway through, it goes from rough-hewn edges to a tiled floor and tiled ceilings. Each tile has a hole in the center.
Ooh. Or is it any taller or any wider or any height
No,
differential
it's
change?
exactly the same shape as a tunnel, just tiled.
I'm gonna send the mage hand to push on a couple random tiles above and below and to the sides.
Okay, so the ones on the top and sides don't seem to move, but the ones on the floor seem to shift under pressure. The first one you touch doesn't do anything. The next one, a giant spear comes out of the hole. The next one, nothing happens. The next one, nothing happens. And so on and so forth. There are about 2 tiles across, and about 5 tiles long.
Okay. Is there anything I can obviously see to disarm this trap?
Make me a perception check. Oh, damn! Okay, yeah, on the 23, you're looking for, like, what, levers or anything like that? And as you
Anything?
look to the other side, you can see what looks like just an ordinary rock, but hang on a minute, that's a different rock to all the other rocks around here, and poking it will reveal a lever with your mage hand.
I'm just gonna I'm gonna have the mage hand turn around and just go to all of them, and then move the mage hand and try and flip the trip.
Yeah, so as you do it, it's a slow pull. It's sort of, you can hear winding click, 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 funk.
Okay. And then I'm going to have the mage hand just kind of press things as it comes back towards me.
They still depress, but no spears come up.
Okay. I was like, be very careful. There were things. There was Sharpie things. I think I fixed it, but just don't die. And she'll go first.
Okay.
Loros will follow right behind her and just be like, it's okay. I'll heal you if you get a little hurt.
Little hurt, yeah, but don't die. Dying is bad.
It happens. Death is part of life.
Not right now, it's not.
So Loros will look back and see if Cowan is still distracted by soup or if he's following.
I'm distracted, but I'm definitely following still. I'm still just like trying to think of things to make the soup better.
Anytime Calvin tries to crawl back out of the tunnel to go make soup, Briar shoves him forward.
It definitely happens a couple times.
Yeah. Can we get a little bit of physical description? Who's the muscle here? Who's the weed? Who's the bookworm? How do you all look?
Zethra is very lithe. She's but she's dressed very practically. Uh Navy and dark leather pants. Where she's got a couple daggers stuck in her boots. And then she's got she has longer hair and it's brown and very basic and just tied back very tightly with like a scarf or something. But she looks like she's a dancer and very lithe and very movement, but she's not gonna be picking anything up anytime soon.
Thank you. Anyone else like to share a description of their character for us?
Sure. Loros is, like I said, like not dirty, so he's very well put together. It's like a clean set of armor. He looks average. Like he doesn't look like he's weak or strong. He's just kind of like slim. Like if you looked at a textbook of a gnome, like that's kind of what his body is. But he always he sometimes looks lost in thought, and like he's carrying a lot of books and scrolls, which is again kind of weird for a druid, but really likes writing things down. And he seems to have like a book for kind of every occasion, even though his bag doesn't look nearly big enough for the amount of things that he's carrying.
Okay, awesome. Thank you. Briar and Calvin?
So, like, Briar's kind of ripped considering that she's a gnome, and she's wearing a full suit of chainmail, but she has her hair braided back with flowers braided into it.
And is she like muscular build? Is she?
Yeah. Ripped is like very strong and muscular,
Cool.
Picture,
but also very small because she's a gnome.
Scrap for picture's sake, Jay is ripped.
Okay. Yeah. Awesome. Gotcha. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh. Gotcha. Got it.
Yeah.
Beautiful. And so, how about Calvin? I'm looking at Gnome art right now and trying to picture you guys. It's an experience.
Calvin he's not very clean. He doesn't like have very much personal hygiene. So like he's very like dirty and scruffy, and he's kind of a bigger gnome and not in the ripped sense. He has a few extra pounds on him, and he's just wearing like average just slacks and a little loose tunic.
Okay. Perfect. Okay. So as you guys are heading through this tunnel, then you can all get through on these pressure plates. The pressure plates slip and slide under you, but no spears come up. You have successfully disarmed the trap.
I'm gonna wait until everyone's over, and then I'm gonna rearm it.
Nice, love it. So you've rearmed the trap, beautiful. Ahead, you can see an opening in the tunnel. You need to open into a small room.
What is it like light-wise? Is it dark? Is it well lit or?
Dark, but you can see a couple of candles.
So Loros is gonna try and get a little close enough to like peer into the room, and just like see if he can see anything by the candlelight.
Okay. Why don't you roll me perhaps a stealth and perception?
Oof. All right. Oof. Terrible.
Oh.
So
I'm still distracted by the soup.
I think, distracted by the soup, maybe you put your hand on a loose rock at the end of the tunnel and just tumble right on out. You don't see anything, you just tumble out, and you're very visible to anyone. And there is a voice in the room who says, That's strange, you shouldn't have been here for a little time yet.
So can I see the source of the voice?
As you look around, you can see there is a a goblin with his back to you, standing on top of a pallet, working on something on a table. And you can also now hear in this room distant sounds of celebration. It sounds as though some sort of festivities are going on in this cave today. It says, "Now I already told you, I won't promise anything for a hangover tomorrow."
Okay, so his back is to me. So I think he thinks I'm one of the guards returning.
Mm-hmm.
So Loris is probably going to he's going to cast Shillelagh on his staff. And he's just going to take a swing at the back of the skull of this little goblin. And just hope for the best.
Okay, so as you move towards him, he's on the other side of the room, so as you move towards him,
Gotcha.
he does turn around, but you still get the surprise attack. However, on this round, no one else will get a surprise attack, then we'll go into initiative. So he turns around like, how did you get in here? And starts fumbling at a leather scrip on his body which holds knives. Please make your surprise attack.
Hey, that's better. That's not.
You do 4 points of damage, and he cries out, but then manages to draw a dagger. And if everyone could please roll initiative, that would be amazing. And yes, if you're in the tunnel and you have a higher initiative than someone further up the tunnel than you, that could cause problems.
I know. It's okay. It's what I'm here for.
Ooh. Ooh.
Oh, hey, nice.
So, brilliantly, really, you guys have come out in tunnel order, which is nice. So, Zephyr, you get first turn.
And Loros is in combat with him. I'm just gonna use the get up close and personal and use the rapier.
Mm-hmm.
But I know.
Our rolls are roll 20 is very angry at us.
So, do you know what? As you draw your sword and start moving through the tunnel, you realize you go for your rapier and you realize that you actually dropped it whilst you were crawling. So it's just by the tunnel entrance over there. So you spend this turn just running to pick it back up again.
And I bonus action dash back to where I'm supposed to be.
Okay.
There you go.
Perfect. So next we have Calvin.
All right. So around there's a little opening, and then in there is where all this is happening.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go in, and I'm gonna go to the other side to where there's like an opening, to where I can see the man, but I'm a decent little bit away. And I'm gonna go to Eldritch Blast him.
Okay, cool. Unfortunately, a 7 will not hit. As you cast this Eldritch Blast at him, he sort of just waves his hand, and the Eldritch Blast just fizzles. He doesn't cast anything, but he just intimidates you out of it. Next will be Briar.
Alright, Briar's gonna pull out her longsword and be like, where is she? Where's the girl?
So at the moment you're in the tunnel behind Calwyn, right? You have to push past him first?
Yeah, well, you said he kind of tumbled out, so...
Okay, perfect. So as you tumble out and you can pull out the sword, he'll be like, I don't know anything. Who? No. Oh dear, guards!
I know she's here.
Make me an intimidation check.
Oh.
How many
Guards!
nat ones?
Guards! He starts screaming for guards.
Oh no. Can I still attack him?
Yeah, of course you can. Why not?
Yeah, alright. Gonna go at him with the longsword.
That'll hit. Oh, high roller. He looks severely wounded by this. He's not looking great. And he sort of recoils. Ugh. Why? So next we go to Loris.
We got a new friend.
So Loros is going to like look at Briar and look at Zethra, and he's gonna try and like position himself so that he's like flanking him, kind of. And he's just gonna take another swing at the back of his head. That won't actually hit.
Yeah,
There you go.
that's brilliant. That hits, and also, can you describe how you take this creature out? Is this lethal? Is it non-lethal? What are you hoping for here?
I would say that Loros is not looking to necessarily kill him. It looks like he swung pretty hard. So maybe he's like aiming for like a shoulder smack or something to just kind of like drop him to the ground, and might have ricocheted into the head a little.
Yeah.
He's not the most precise with weapons.
I mean, 11. That's a lot of damage. Maybe you sort of hit him in the shoulder, but you hit him so hard his head hit the floor.
Yeah. I like that.
Oh, this won't do any damage. Boom! Oh.
Or he just like he's used to normal goblin size, and these little goblins he just loaded up too much on the bat and just
Just hit the home
smacked
run.
him into the ground.
Oh yeah, so
Laura.
the creature just lies on the floor.
I'm-
Go ahead.
I'm going to inspect what he was doing at the table.
There are several things on the table. There are several crates with rations in. There's also a vial of some strange black liquid. And the thing that he was mainly tinkering with was some sort of crossbow, but it looks like it's got some sort of modification on it.
I'm definitely taking the crossbow. I'm gonna take the vile black liquid and turn to Loros and go, holding it with the mage hand, just kind of have it lift over and drift and be like,
I think this goes with you. This is definitely you.
Loros is gonna look at it, and he's gonna just stick his nose like right in the opening and just take a nice big whiff.
Oh boy, make me a Constitution save.
It's not good.
On a 6, please take the poisoned effect. As this is a very strong poison. You don't take any poison damage, but you do now suffer from the poison effect, which I believe is disadvantage to skill checks. Thank you very much for the sub, NickRock8. You have a nat 1 or nat 20 to gift to a player of your choice. Or me. Carry on.
Okay, so Loros will kind of like. You'd think he would recoil really harshly from this, but he just kind of like little bit, and he just like finds a stopper in among his stuff and just stoppers it up and just pockets it and just like nobody drink that. Nobody drink that. That's bad. That's bad news. But he does save it for later.
Awesome. So you take this poison, and there we go. Zephyr, you have this crossbow in your person. Yeah, it's got like a ratchet on it and all sorts of things. It looks very strange.
I'm gonna play with this later.
There's an exit to this room that leads out into what looks like a hallway. At the other end, you can see a large golden gate that looks like a throwback from the Dwarven times. But it's very large and very ornate, shouting Dwarven at everyone. However, this is at the other end of the corridor. There's more going on around, but you'd have to get closer to have a look.
Calvin, did you check this body? Did you make sure he's dead?
Oh, what?
Check his body. It's your
Oh.
job. Check the body.
Oh, I was thinking about soup. I'm sorry. And I'll go over and I'll like make sure he's dead.
Also check, rifle through his pockets and look for a loose
But-
change. That's
but
what you
yeah.
gotta do.
Of course. But see exactly what is on the man of whom just got bopped a lot.
He's wearing like sort of classic goblin robe style things. So maybe like a little bit of purple's in there. He's got a purple robe which is tattered and sort of hanging off one shoulder. But on this leather script which goes crossways with that, there are 4 daggers.
I'm just gonna take those out and put them among the rest of them that I have.
Do you put any of them against your skin?
No. They are all in like a little like sheath thing on my side.
Cool.
Oh, good. We have more stabby thingies. More stabby thingies is good.
Speaking of which, any of you want any of these? And
I'll
pull
always
them.
take an extra one.
Here you go.
I just have the mage hand come and grab it.
I think I'm good with my javelins. Thanks, though.
Loros is just like, no sharp objects. Thanks.
Oh.
Just pats his staff.
Yes, I know. We let you hit things very hard.
Yes,
That's why we let you be on the baseball team when we were in kids.
He just
I
gets
hit
like
that
a couple,
baseball
like...
so hard it exploded.
Loros like laughs and just kind of like swings his bat, like his staff a little bit.
So there we go. Nick Rock gifts a nat 20 to Calwyn. That is 2 nat 20s you now have. Use now the way it works. Nat 20s you guys can use at any time as long as you have one. Same with advantages. We'll try and use them on the next roll. I completely forgot about that earlier. Sorry, Deirdre. Nat
fine.
ones. If you're gifted nat ones, I get to call them on you. If I have a nat one, which I currently do, you get to call it on me.
Nice.
All right. I'm going to start stealthing towards the door where we can hear the music coming from.
Okay, so this leads on to a hallway. Roll me a stealth check.
I'll go ahead and use that advantage on the stealth check.
Of course. On a 23, how does this look on a 23?
I think she's used to kind of finding the dark shadows in a space and just kind of slinks down quietly and moves along the wall very slowly but surely. You know, that kind of... Sometimes the best way to stealth into a place is to walk confidently, like you know where you're going and no one will bother you. Also, she does not wear heels because those are impractical in a dungeon. And she has like special, not rubber, but double leather soled boots so that they make no sound as she walks. Just kind of moves slowly but confidently and paying attention to see if there are any other traps that she needs to inform the rest of her friends of.
Okay, yeah, so there is a pile of trash in one corner which seems to move slightly as you get close to it.
She's gonna stop and have the mage hand kind of inspect it.
The mage hand reveals a small goblin. The goblin looks out. He's clearly very drunk. His eyes are like different sizes. One's orange and one's blue. And he looks out and he's like, yeah, more goblins here for the feast.
And she's gonna sneak over to him and just kind of go,
What are we celebrating? What's on the menu?
He looks really confused for
I
a
got,
moment.
I got an invite for the drinking, but nobody told me what we were drinking to. I should know what we're drinking to.
And then suddenly his face changes. And it goes from that happy drunk face to the oh no, I'm gonna throw up face.
and I'm use the mage hand to push him back.
As you push him back, he begins to throw up, and as you push him back, he like sort of throws up and faints at the same time. So he's just a mess of vomit on the floor.
I'm just gonna use the mage hand to kind of slap him across the face a few times to wake him back up.
He is out. He is out.
Hey!
And I rifle through his pockets and look for loose change.
So Loros will look over at Briar and Calvin, and it's just like, she looks like she's having fun. We should go help.
Yes.
So he'll like quietly approach, and just like kind of keep an eye out for Briar. And if it looks like she's gonna make, like if her armor's gonna clink, he's gonna cast guidance on her again.
Well, from here you can see two extra doors in addition to the gates at the far end. You can see a set of double doors, which is almost certainly where the music is coming from. But to the right, you can see a small door with bars on it.
No. If I was gonna kidnap someone, I'd probably keep them in a room like that.
Yeah, but they're celebrating, so she might be where they're celebrating. They might be preparing to eat her, or even worse.
Oh, I certainly hope not.
Ooh. Can
Oh.
Moros just looks at Zethra and is just like, I don't want to know what's worse than a goblin eating you. That sounds terrible.
I mean, there are plenty of things I can think of that are worse than a goblin eating you.
Oh, but we don't want to talk about those things. We want to talk about happy, nice things.
Tax
You know,
collection can be worse than when a goblin eats you.
You know, it's really great rescuing people. I bet. I think we should check the room with the bars.
Okay, yes, we should definitely do that, but we should definitely be on the lookout for maybe she's in the room where they're celebrating because he's celebrating and she kind of uses the mage hand to point down to the guy who's passed out drunk and goes, he obviously celebrated a little too much.
That's true, but if we go in there, they're all in there, and then they're all gonna know we're here. I feel really bad killing people at a party.
I mean, maybe we can just make them all really, really sick. They're already drunk. They'll be really even sicker.
That seems so mean. I don't want to hurt them unless they're definitely evil.
Oh, okay, then fine. And she
Loris
goes back to rifling through his pockets.
Briar's gonna walk over to the door with the bars and look inside.
Yeah, well, Zephyr, despite a thorough search, unfortunately you find nothing in his pockets. Heading over to the bars, you can see there's a small tunnel that leads downwards, sort of stairs chopped into it.
I'm gonna place a ball bearing on the tip of his nose.
What game are you playing?
You'll find out.
Okay.
Strategy.
Oh, I get it. That's nice. Okay. Loros will follow along with Briar and see if he can just see anything down the tunnel. He'll inspect the bars and see if there's a way to open them.
Is the door locked, I assume?
The door is locked.
Sure. We'll go with that.
Zethra! Hey, Zethra! Quit
I'm
messing
coming.
with that guy and come help me with this door.
Okay, give me 2 seconds.
And she places another one right next to it.
Perfect.
And kind of goes back to them sitting by the door.
All right.
I'm sure you got a quieter way to open this than I do.
Okay, well, let's see.
And she's gonna first inspect the door to see if it's trapped, and then pick the lock with the mage hand.
Okay, you can certainly pick the lock. Please make me a sleight of hand or thieves tools check. Oh damn! Yeah, well, you walk up to it, you just sort of rattle a little bit, and you're like, done. Doesn't take you any effort at all. You literally just lift one pin. That'd be alright.
Why was this hard for you again?
Yeah, I like to feel like Loros was probably trying to fiddle with the lock and was just getting very frustrated. And you just walk up and instantly unlock it, and he's just like, "Grr."
Well, I just thought that you probably didn't want me to try to rip it open.
No, that would be bad. That would be bad. That would be loud. We don't want to be loud.
Exactly, and that's why I asked. Thank you.
All right. So let's see if we can find anything in here.
Okay, so the tunnel is thin and will only allow one passage at a time. Who goes first?
I think Briar would want to go first.
Okay.
Don't die.
I'll take up the rear.
I'll defer to Zethra.
Zephyr's gonna kind of be behind Briar, with the mage hand 10 feet in front of Briar, just kind of going
I'm gonna sit here and make sure you don't die yet.
So you
You're
can
not gonna
see.
die. I'm protecting you guys.
You can see down this tunnel. This small hall leads into the main part of this room. It's sort of dank and dirty. You can see some blankets and throws on the side. The once grandiose dwarven architecture spoiled by the goblin filth that covers it.
honestly, you'd think they'd be able to find like a trash can or, like a recycling bin, something. You don't need this many banana peels left all around here.
Yes, you should really, yeah. If you're gonna be having waste like that, you gotta put it back outside in the nature so it can be returned to the earth. And leaving it inside is just unpleasant.
Or else it's just like, you gotta have a compost heap. I don't know what these goblins are doing. It's just wasteful.
I also wouldn't want to eat anything in here. It'd probably make you really, really sick.
Yeah, I've heard goblins eat all kinds of nasty things.
Well, I don't think they wash their hands either, so that'd be nasty.
So while they're chatting, Larosa's gonna try and like see if there's any additional passages or.
Yeah.
Well, as you step into this main hall, Briar, could you please make me a dexterity saving throw?
All right.
Your DC is 14.
Hey.
Oh.
You dodge out
Heck
of the
yeah.
way as a sort of jury-rigged club narrowly misses you. In this room, there is a woman with dried blood streaking down her face, one eye blackened, and the other eye glaring furiously. Frayed ropes dangle from her wrists, and she's wielding this chair leg, which she's broken off like a club.
I'm gonna use the mage hand to kind of like poke her in the middle of the forehead.
Hey.
I'm going like,
Who are you? Stop that! How did you get here?
We're here to rescue you, I think.
you're
Yeah.
obviously not a goblin. Also, we're not goblins, and it's really annoying to try and hit us in the head.
How do I know I can trust you?
We're getting paid.
We came all this way. We heard you were kidnapped.
Would someone like to
Also,
make
my
me-
second cousin by my mother, he's like kind of trustworthy. Loros!
Larosa just like comes up and just like, meh.
You're here to tell her that we're trustworthy. You're the trustworthy cousin, remember?
So I think Loros is the kind of person that would pay attention to names. I'm not necessarily a person who pays attention to names.
Yeah.
So I don't know if we caught the Lord's
Kaja.
name.
Her name is Kaja.
Her name is Kadra, but I don't remember if we caught the Lord's name. But he would definitely try to just like reassure her and be like, "Your father sent us," and drop his name, whatever that may be.
Henrik.
Kenrick. There you go. Your father Kendrick sent us.
I swore an oath to protect all that is good and beautiful in this world, and what's more beautiful than a parent's love for their child, after all? So we're gonna save you. Take you home.
And we're
Uh,
gonna get paid.
Why don't you make me a persuasion check?
Who?
Anyone, whoever wants to take it. Whoever feels they should take it. I feel it's got to be either maybe Briar or Loris, maybe. Zephyr's there, but the being paid thing, that feels more
Yeah.
flippant than convincing.
Okay, I can do the persuasion.
You can also use the guidance to add a d4, but I don't think you need it.
Yeah, clearly
I
not.
think I need it.
Good. I don't like the idea of having to be rescued. Quite capable of breaking out myself, but
Okay, then. Do you know what
But-
they're celebrating?
I don't know. There's many of them, though. I'm outnumbered. But we can go and start cracking their skulls if you're up for it.
That's a bad plan.
Loros, as soon as she says crack skulls, he casts Shillelagh on the staff and just starts like hitting it like he's practicing for baseball. And then he pauses for a second and says, "God, are you hurt? Do you need assistance? We have some healing that we could probably give you."
I would appreciate something, yes, just something for my eye. Perhaps a
Ah,
cold
sweet.
salve?
Yeah, so he'll take out like the bandages, and he'll see what he can do. He's actually proficient in medicine, so he
I've got
probably
a
Let's see, give us a roll.
sure. Oh my god. That is like my third natural one of the night.
So, as you cover both her eyes with these bandages, she sort of is like, no, I don't think this is going to be any good, and just takes them off again, like...
Loros, what are you doing? I've got an herbalism kit right here.
he's like, humans are weird.
Yes, they're much bigger. And wait, is she human?
Yeah, she's human.
Okay. Yeah, yes, they're much bigger and very weird. Also, their ears are oddly shaped. Look at it. And she kind of uses the mage hand to kind of draw the little roundness of the ear right next to hers.
Yeah, so we're also just like
leave the
defer
poor
to
girl
Bella.
alone.
Well, she's not really poor. She's getting halfway out herself. Zephyr's gonna be like, dude, I'm done. Colin, come help me. We're gonna inspect this. Make sure we don't die.
Look, I think we're gonna need to crack skulls because we need to get the key
Why do I
The
need a
to
key?
what?
for the gate.
Why do I need a key? Loros, why do I need a key? Do I actually need keys?
I think she doesn't know necessarily maybe the shadier sides of your abilities.
Keys
Oh!
are for people less resourceful than you, Zathra.
Oh, you know, I mean, I haven't used key. When was the last time I used a key?
This is an ancient dwarven lock on the gate. It'd be extremely, extremely ridiculously difficult to pick without the key, says the meta DM through the player.
That's all right. I'm sure she's
Meta player answer, probably. But Zephyr's gonna be like, why do I need keys again?
Yeah, so Laura will like stop trying to bandage both eyes and just kind of like look at Briar and just be like, "Oh,
You can try.
All right, yeah. Let me try to patch up this eye before we get moving. It's gonna be hard to get out of here if she can hardly say. Is that just a medicine check to use my herbalism kit?
Yeah, herbalism or nature, whatever. If you can justify it, I'll accept it.
Okay, because I do have an herbalism kit that I'm proficient with, but I'm not sure what to roll to use that.
Oh, just click on the herbalism kit.
Oh.
there you go."
Yeah, 11's not bad. You put some herbs and she's like, they sting. But I suppose that means they're helping.
Yes, the stinging means it's feeling. Just let me know if you feel your eyes start to swell.
Swell.
No,
If you
I'm
have an
sure
allergic
it's nothing.
reaction,
Just
start
human
coughing.
anatomy's a little different.
Have explosive diarrhea. All of those things might be side effects of this medication.
Shh,
Cowan.
hush. You'll be fine. The heal.
At this point,
yeah.
oh, what is it? Sorry.
Go ahead.
Okay, at this point, Colin's gonna kind of like finally like take a step off the stairs and bring out 2 daggers and offer them to I'm bad with names. What's your name? The
Kaja.
Kaja.
Kaja. I'm gonna go. Would you rather these than that?
Well, she sort of like drops the club and will accept them. She's like, yes, I must admit I'm an archer first. I use my mother.
You like to make things go stabby from a distance. Here, no, Colin, you keep those. Here, and she hands her the crossbow.
Oh, you found it.
Oh,
Thank you. This is my mother's crossbow. She sort of like gets teary for a moment. I've hunted with this since I was since she passed. Thank you. Look, with this is a repeating crossbow. I can do some damage with this. If we want to get the key, I believe the general of these goblins usually sits at the back of the feast room. Him and his bugbear guards, they don't normally drink much. But the goblins all around them will surely be drunk. I could go to the front and create a distraction. There's a tunnel from the apothecary's room that should take you to the back of the of the feast room, where you can steal the key, or take him out and take the key, whilst I create a distraction.
Cowan, do we trust her not to kill herself?
I don't even trust any of us not to kill ourselves. So
I haven't killed you yet.
Excuse
I
you,
said
I'm a perfectly
ourselves,
competent
not
fighter.
others.
Oh well, that's true.
So Laura will just be like,
I'm not really a sneaky type, so I could help with the distraction part pretty well, I think.
Actually, what might be best is if you and Briar sat there and made sure she didn't die, and then Calvin can come with me, and then we can stab him in the back a lot.
That sounds like a plan to me.
That sounds like a really good idea. I'm really
I will
good
say
at
that I'm not the
protecting
sneaky type
people.
either, so.
Honestly, none of you?
Kaja
very
actually
loud.
looks, with the crossbow in hand, she sort of like cocks it on her shoulder, and you realize that for a human, she is actually quite built, and she looks quite menacing with this crossbow. She could probably do some damage.
The mage hand just kind of comes up and like boops her in the middle of the nose.
She just levels her eyes at you and just squints.
You're the one that got captured.
Loros will actually look at Zethra when she says that, and it's just like,
Yeah, that's a good point. How did you get captured? What happened?
They shot my horse
Okay,
And then
while I was riding it
and then what?
okay,
at full gallop.
okay.
Have you ever been flown from a horse at full gallop?
I'm a gnome. Do you know how many times I've been thrown off of things and or places and or people?
Look, I hit the ground really, really hard, and I woke up in this cell.
But I don't. You're not held here.
Okay, where you were normally where you were normally hunting? Where were your bodyguards? Who was on the inside that sold you out?
I didn't
Or
have.
are you having an illicit affair?
I didn't have any bodyguards. I'm not
And
having
no?
an illicit affair. I'm still a virgin. I
Each their own.
I was out hunting on my own as I always do. I'm perfectly capable.
Yes. But I'm talking about, were you on a normal path? Could they stalk you? Did they know weird patterns and repetitive things, or was it just chance that they came across the important person's daughter?
I mean, I was hunting goblins.
So they were stalking you. I got you. And you didn't notice.
Well, there's some scouts that come out of the tunnel, so every night I've been picking off one of them and letting the other one run.
So they knew that you were there. And
Look,
you didn't notice.
It seemed like a fun game, okay?
No,
they
if you're gonna
do
kill
any-
people, it can't be a game. You gotta do it in, out, preferably between the fourth and fifth rib, and through the back, cuts through most individuals' anatomy, and through the lungs, make sure they can't scream.
So regimented and boring, like...
Why were you killing them? Did they do anything to you?
Well, they've been overtaking the dwarven things. We've been clearing them out from the mines for months. Or trying to.
I take it you asked them to leave before you started killing them.
I guess my father did.
So, and Zephyr just kind of turns to Briar, just one of these.
So you were killing a bunch of people that you didn't know anything about, who hadn't done anything to you, and you're the good guy.
Well, yes.
And she looks back at Briar.
I'm starting to have some reservations about murdering everyone in the party room.
You know,
What?
hey, Calvin, come over here.
Yeah, what you need?
Is your friend nearby? Your
Oh.
little friend?
Why, of
I think he
course.
I think he might be a great friend for our new near and dearest lady Kaja here. I think he'd get along real well with her.
And at this point, I reach into my pocket and I bring out a rat, and then I kind of like throw it off into the air, and it forms into the imp.
Ah. So, I don't understand. When do we start killing everything?
Loros will just be like kind of slowly stepping around behind her, like not menacingly, but just like eyeing Briar and Zethra and just like trying to see if they're suggesting something.
Yeah, and at this point, I kind of lean over to Zethra and I'm like, "Are we supposed to be?"
See, here's the thing, Lady Kaja. Our job isn't to kill everybody. Our job is to get you out.
Okay.
And realistically, you going in and killing everything is going to make our job harder.
well,
So here's the option. No. Here's the option. You sit here and be quiet and not kill everything, and we get the key, and then we sneak out, and we're done, and we get paid. Or we let you go kill a whole bunch of things.
aren't they nearly the same?
Nope. One of them does not have us rescuing you.
Oh. Well, you think you can get the key without a distraction?
There are plenty of ways to make a distraction that don't involve mass murder and or genocide.
Very true.
But they're just goblins.
And you're just a human, but you don't see me making specious comments about you.
Oh,
Look at them, they live in filth.
They're having a party. What do you want?
You know, that just means that they have not been informed in proper health and etiquette. However, that has nothing to do with their ability to, live.
They're celebrating capturing me right now.
You were shooting them in the back and taunting them with it.
They
Both are
just
things that
kept
are not really kosher.
rid of it.
I mean, did you even sit Shiva for any of them? No. I mean, I kill a lot of people. That's kind of what I do.
Well, how are we any different?
I get paid to do it. I'm not making any moral comments about how they're evil.
But
and
there
at this point, Calvin's gonna kind of like lean over to Zuther and like, wait, so we're not killing things?
Oh, we might be, but we're not doing it intentionally.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So Loros looks at Zethra and is just like,
Well, why don't we take a look at the party and see if we need her to help us with a distraction?
Oh yeah, we can do that.
so with that, he just starts like walking back up the main tunnel.
Zephyr's gonna stealth up with him.
If you go into the apothecary's room, there's a secret passage that you can get through. I overheard the goblins talking.
Okay,
I speak goblin.
that's very useful. Did they happen to mention what they plan to do with you?
No, they were just celebrating capturing me.
Oh, okay, good.
Loros will pause and look at Zethra and be like,
Knowing Goblin's probably worth having her around, right?
Yeah, eventually. Well, assuming that we're kind of a little bit away from her now,
Mhm.
right?
"Yeah, I would think so."
Zethra is like, yeah, eventually. But you remember what happened with Cousin Alphonse when he went a little and started shooting everything in sight?
Oh, yeah, that was messy. That took a lot of cleanup.
And how often? And he almost got Aunt Jemima killed.
Oh, she still doesn't walk right to this day.
It was not a pleasant sight, and I don't want that kind of crazy at my back. And that's the kind of crazy that's in that room right now.
You're probably right.
I mean, we can trust Briar and we can trust Calwyn. Well, we can mostly trust Calwyn. I mean, he did make a pact with an abomination.
I never did understand that, but we're the gnomes that know things, so, he's gotta know something.
Probably, but he carries around a rat-shaped imp in his pocket.
We all have our things.
This is true.
Loris, could you please roll me a wild magic surge?
Okay. That's the R.
Yep.
1d4, 6.
Thank you very much, everyone, for your retweets.
5, 4,
We are
6.
currently at 13. Every 10 retweets, we get another wild magic surge. Wow. Okay. Chat, I need a popular NPC from another game. You've got literally like 5 minutes to give it to me. Until then, carry on as normal.
Okay. For me?
Or just in general.
Just carry on. Nothing to worry about here.
So at this point, from the bottom of the stairs, Colin's gonna like kind of like half like talk normally, still kind of whisper, be like, "Are we all going?" Or
We're gonna check it out first, and then we'll be back.
so we stay while pointing at Briar and The other
Maybe
one.
maybe come a little bit closer, but really, really quietly, and don't get seen.
Okay.
So now that we're kind of going into the danger zone, as it were, Laura's going to go ahead and cast Pass Without Trace. So we are very stealthy now.
Do you want?
That one.
So we're gonna stealth up to see if we can find this apothecary's room.
Yeah. The apothecary, you've already been in there.
Oh, the room that we came through.
Yeah, I am.
Did we
Okay.
see any other entrance other than the one we came through?
You did not.
So it must be like a secret room.
Emphasis on hidden. That was said many times.
Okay, I just we're gonna stealth back and investigate that room.
Yeah, like, well, Laura will walk back towards that room and, you know, kind of following Zethra's, like, her steps, trying to just be very quiet, and he's gonna, like, start putting his hand along all the walls and seeing if he can notice anything.
Okay, fantastic. So as you do that, let's make me an investigation check. Your tummy starts to feel funny.
Oh, no.
It's from thinking of that soup.
Yeah.
On a 13 investigation, your fingers trail along the wall, and when you get to the bookshelf, you can feel a slight breeze coming from behind it.
Okay. So he's gonna, like, take a step back, and just be like,
Zethra, I think it's over here. I don't want to touch anything, though.
And she's gonna use the mage hand to kind of inspect to see if there are any traps or any secret things to do with the bookshelf.
Now, I'm sorry about this, Loris. It's going to be horrible.
it's fine.
But for a moment, your eyes sort of bulge as you feel nauseous, like you're going to throw up. But it's not like a normal throwing up. Suddenly, you manage to produce somehow from your body the full-size human of a pirate that you vomit onto the floor. He lands on the floor and is just like, Christ. Where's the rum?
Zethra kind of pulls out a hip flask.
Well, it's not rum, but it's whiskey.
That'll do. Pleasure to meet you.
You are the weirdest thing my cousin has vomited in his life.
That's not true.
That's not
Remember
true.
that one time.
Yeah. I don't know how it glowed, and I still don't want to know how it glowed.
Yeah,
What?
sometimes when bear form, I kind of eat things.
What?
Don't do that.
Hang on a minute.
Yeah, don't be loud. There are goblins on the other side. We're being sneaky.
Goblin. Rumlin.
Yeah.
Gremlins.
No, goblins.
Rumlins. Go find the gremlins. They're great. They make these great rum. Any liquid you give it to them, they turn into rum. This is going to be great. And
No, these goblins do not do that. Any liquid you give them, they turn into poison, but they're not intoxicating kind.
he begins like staggering off towards the doors. No, trust me. I know all about it.
Well, this is gonna go well. Hey, Loros, why don't you let the rest of them know that the distraction is going for the rum, and I'm gonna go pick a pocket.
Yeah, so Laura's just gonna, like, kind of lightly jog down the hallway and down to Briar and Colin, and just like,
The show is starting.
and like kind of walk back up.
Yeah. Go on.
Should I follow you up? Should I just wait here? Keep an eye on the girl.
No, leave her here. Let's go.
Or bring her with you. Bring her with you.
Okay. I mean, Loros, I think, is still like on the under the impression that she's not coming, so he's just gonna kind of
Oh,
like
yeah.
motion and.
So this pirate just sort of like wanders straight up to this door, staggering all over the place, and just immediately just pushes it open. And
Wait, which door? The main door or the hidden door?
no, the main door to this room.
Okay.
He just goes up to the double doors and just pushes them open, and is like, "Mateys!" and strolls in, letting the doors swing behind him.
I'm gonna open the hidden door when he walks into the main room.
So there is suddenly everything stops. all of the celebrations stop, and there's just this silent room of people looking at Johnny Deep. As Johnny walks over to the first set of rumblings and just like boops one on the nose, like, "Hello, you! Come on! Where's the grog at? Let's get this party going! Have you lot got a ship? Are you a crew? What's going on here? This is the worst lagoon I've ever been to. Where's the lake?" Silence.
Yeah, Loros will just like creep up to the side of the door and is just like, and motions towards Briar and is not sure.
Well, when he draws everyone's attention, I'm gonna try and mage hand pick the pocket of the Goblin King commander, whatever person who looks obviously in charge.
Sure. Please make a sleight of hand intelligence roll for that. Do I need to remind you about any dice you've got, or are you okay?
I'm actually no. You know what? I'll just roll it. I'm keeping that nut 20.
Okay.
If I might need it.
Yeah, on the 18, you can see this key, this golden key, which very much matches the golden gate. And you can just sort of lift it off the person in Goblin. I don't know if you understand Goblin, but in Goblin they're going, "Who is this bloke? Can't just come in here and act like it's his party." And Johnny is like offering the Grumlin next to him. He's like, "Hey, go on, have a go on that. It's lovely whiskey. I don't know whose it is. Come on, why have we all stopped? Way, hey, and up she rises. Way, hey, and up she rises." Like, and let's have a charisma off. Actually, let's have a charisma off. Why not?
She's gonna take the key and close the door.
Let's see if the Johnny's strong today. Strong enough. The goblins start trying to join in. They don't know the words, but they're like, that's it, yeah. Now come on, get the rum out, let's go. And he's slowly getting this party really going.
So Loros is just gonna like walk back towards, or are the doors are open at this point, or they're closed?
Well, they sort of swung shut, but they didn't close, so you can see through them if you go and look through the crack.
Okay. So Loris is gonna like kind of follow along the edge of the hallway so that he's not like visible through the door, and like motion towards Briar and Colin and like make his way back towards where Zethra is.
Well, no, Zethra's coming to you. She's got the key.
Okay.
She's coming to you.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
she's
and Briar was about at the top of the stairs with the girl.
okay.
We all were.
Yeah, Colin too.
Okay. Cool. So then Loros is just like, all right, got a key, got the girl. How do we get out of here?
You can hear
Y'all
Johnny
were
in
the
the
ones
next room.
making plans, so
Did any of you guys happen to see like an exit while you were up here? We're not going to be able to fit her out the way we came in.
No, but there's a front door over that way. With the dwarven arch. The thing. Yeah,
Oh.
let's go.
Yeah, okay.
From the room, you can hear like 15 men in a dead man's chest, yo ho ho, and a bottle of rum.
Oh gosh, that does sound like a fun party. Let's get out of here before they see us.
It's okay, we might be coming
Kill
back. I
them
got a
while
plan.
they're having such fun.
Yeah, we don't want to kill them right now.
No.
They're having fun.
Loros just kind of shrugs and starts walking.
All right, Kaja, let's go.
Yeah, he says, no, story time. Do you not speak common? And you can hear like a chorus of yes. Yeah, no, one time I got sucked off by a great big whale. No, not whale, an octopus. Sucked me right off the edge of the world. Yeah, Kraken, that's the one. All them suckers, it found it easy. Just gripped hold of me and sucked me right off. Right. I was hanging off the edge of the world in little cages. It was horrible.
Norris is just shaking his head like,
I don't think that guy knows what he's saying.
No, I'm quite sure he does. I'm pretty sure that that man may have experienced everything he's saying. He's too drunk to be lying.
Now, look, to make the rum stronger, you've got to sit in it.
That is the voice of someone who is drinking way freaking too much.
correct.
And
Well, my combat encounter may have been slightly scuppered by a wild magic search. What are we doing instead?
we're going. Well, no. I've got plans. It's me, Scrat. I always have plans.
Oh, pray do tell.
hey, we're gonna get this girl out, right?
Yeah.
Okay. You get. Maybe we should. We all right. We're gonna sneak her out. Let's sneak her out. And we're gonna sneak her out first.
Okay.
We still have pass without a trace, so I think we're very quiet, and I don't think the
Yes.
drunk goblins will notice.
Yeah.
I think that pirate. Is he a pirate? Is that what pirates look like? He must be a pirate.
Got
He's
to be
talking
the
about
worst
rum way too
pirate
much.
I've ever seen.
But you have seen me.
No, him.
Him. Thing. Whatever. I don't know. He was a pirate. You saw me. I don't know if he saw you. But okay, moving on. No, we're gonna get out.
And while we're sneaking out, we're gonna sneak out. But we have this horn, right?
You do have this horn.
Yeah. But we were supposed to blow the horn so that the cavalry would come.
Yeah, but I don't think we really need the cavalry because we're not killing anyone. Remember, Briar?
Yeah,
We're
no,
not
I
killing
know.
anyone.
I know. I don't want to kill them. They're having a party.
Exactly. Maybe what we should do.
And she's gonna sneak up behind Briar and kind of whisper quietly in her ear so Kaja can't hear. As as we're kind of leading her out.
Kaja is taken with the image of Johnny through this door.
Is she standing in front of the door staring at him?
She's sort of standing in the door, like almost flabbergasted.
Okay, good. So Briar's gonna Kaja, Zether's gonna come up to Briar and do this and go.
So what we're gonna do is we're gonna get the girl out, like we promised. We're gonna take her home, or we're gonna send her on her way home. But maybe we sneak back inside and let the goblins know that they were planning to come and kill them all, and then we sneak back out.
And maybe the goblins will be so thankful that we told them that they'll let us spend time with them at their party.
Yes, you can definitely have that.
You can hear as well in this room, you can hear the goblins now speaking to Johnny. They're exchanging tales, and the goblins are like, "Oh, look, terrible, 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 terrible. We're celebrating because we put an end to the slaying of our people. We captured one of the nobles, and that means that they can't attack us anymore."
See?
Can we hear that then? I'm assuming we can kind of hear it, right?
See? This is what we need to do. We need to arrange a peace process. I'm pretty sure that between you and Calwyn, you have enough possibilities to manipulate people and be charming, charismatic people like you are. I mean, that's what you do. I stand in the back and stab them. And you talk to people. That's your thing.
Yes.
And then you can arrange a peace treaty.
Yeah, because
Which is
there's got to be a better way.
Also, I'm pretty sure that we might just, we'll just arrange a peace treaty.
Yeah.
She says as she remembers who she's actually talking to.
Peace treaties are very good. We only want to kill evil things.
Also, it might be possible is that girl really into him? I mean, like, I can't really tell with humans.
She's got this sort of look on her face.
Certainly very fascinated. It's hard to
I
tell,
mean,
though. You're
maybe if we tell them that he's the king of the goblins and that a political marriage would be a thing.
You're right. I've heard
Hey,
that
hey,
political
Loris,
marriages are very
Loris!
popular among humans.
Loris, you count as a priest, right?
Technically in some states.
So you could arrange a marriage?
Yeah, I think I can handle it. I've officiated a few before.
No, I gotta be a better idea. I gotta be better. And she like kind of does one of these to like all of the gnomes,
Okay,
and
okay, what do I
changes.
do, what do
And
I do?
she officially changes languages from common to gnomish.
Mhm.
Up until now, she was just common because whatever, she doesn't care. But now she's officially going to talk only in gnomish.
So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna sneak inside, and we're gonna tell. We're gonna have the people who actually talk really good. These two, and we're gonna say that kidnapping is wrong and it's going to cause more problems. So what we're going to do is we're going to arrange a political marriage because that's better.
Yes, humans love political marriages. I heard all about it in a
And-
book.
And look,
Loros just like
Loros
pulls
even
out a book and it's just like,
This book, this one.
Yeah, it was that book. I borrowed it from Loros.
and Loros miraculously brought us a great option for this. I mean, vomiting up a human is weird, but not the weirdest thing he's thrown up.
Yeah, and the
Oh.
goblins clearly like him.
All right, so
And at this point, like, Colvin's just gonna like snap at him and be like, "Hold up, wait, we're marrying people."
yes.
See, this human lady is gonna get married to that drunken pirate man because he's the king of the goblins now.
Thank you,
But first we
Potato
got-
Hollow, who donates 2 more nat 20s to Prax. For an awesome plan.
Yeah.
Okay.
this is totally gonna work
Alright.
with 0
It's-
backfires.
All right,
got-
I trust
okay,
you.
so-
Whatever.
So Calvin, your job, you and me, we're gonna go convince Johnny. You and Briar are gonna convince. No, you and me are gonna go convince Johnny, and Loros and Briar are going to Well, someone's got to take the sharp, stabby thing away from her, and then we can convince her.
The repeating crossbow.
Yeah, that thing.
Yeah.
Loros will be like, well,
Why don't Briar and I take her outside so that she's removed from the possibility of mass massacre of goblins, and then if she's amenable to the idea, we'll bring her back in.
You have to make her be amenable. That's your job.
Yeah, we'll make her be amenable and we'll also make her leave the crossbow outside.
Good plan. And remind her that it's her position and duty as a noble lady that she, sacrifices her mental well-being for the good of the country. It's fine.
Oh yeah, no, I'm the king of the pirates, me. Or at least I'm gonna be. I'm like,
He's
Yeah,
already
he
a
said
king.
he's a king.
at the moment, the queen of pirates, she's sort of got everything covered, but she don't know what's gonna hit her when I become the king of pirates, because, I'm Johnny Deep.
That, and I'm quite sure we can arrange for him to die very suddenly, and it won't be a very long marriage.
Oh, pretend I didn't hear that.
He couldn't hear shit. He's too
Dating
drunk.
two Pirates, though. That
Yeah,
doesn't
well,
sound-
whatever. Who
Pirate.
cares? He's got the word king in his title. They're all the same.
All right, sounds good to me.
All right, so Calvin's coming with me, and Briar and Loros are gonna go deal with the girl.
Yes.
Hello.
All right.
Who's that lovely lass in the doorway? Oh no, she's escaped!
Oh no.
Loros is just like,
Foiled by talking again.
We don't really have to rescue her, right? Ah,
And she's gonna take the mage hand and just kind of turn around, and before she does anything else, she's gonna use it to slap Johnny across the face.
Johnny continues as though not noticing. He's been slapped many a time by many a woman. And many a mage hand. He does look shocked for a second. He has that momentary pause of like,
Johnny, it's your fiance. Why are you threatening your friends with your fiance?
Johnny's face goes completely blank. These words all make sense to him, but not in this order.
Briar takes point and swings the door wide open and says, "Greetings, goblins. We are sent here on a contingent from the lord who you've been having difficulties with. With hopes to make a peace treaty to end the killings."
Make me a charisma check, please.
You have not.
What?
You have a nat 20.
Oh shit, I do.
Yeah.
And while we're doing this, I'm actually going to go and import Johnny's actual character sheet. Just for the lols.
Yeah, my charisma's pretty solid, but I'm gonna go ahead and use that nat 20 because I want to see how this goes in a good way.
So are you going to use that nat 20?
I'm gonna use the
Perfect.
nat 20 on my charisma check.
Would you believe I've never exported Johnny Deep anywhere else before? Would you, Adam and Eve it? This is Johnny's first appearance anywhere.
Other than
Other than Pirates of Paradise, obviously. Oh, we are midweek modules. Do I need to refresh or anything like that? I hope not.
no, I don't think so.
Yeah, it should just load.
Should just load.
Johnny Deep, there you are, you beauty. Right. So we'll start using his actual stats now. Beautiful. He's gonna be also persuading and stuff. So you're using your nat 20. Johnny, of course. Oh, I double tapped it. But Johnny, of course, rolls a 20.
Hey, Scrat. While this is all going on, Zethra uses minor illusion and dresses Johnny Deep like Jareth.
Okay. Jareth, King of Goblins, of course. Yep. So the tights, the pants tighten. The hair lengthens slightly.
The jacket's a little.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. The jacket's a little open. He doesn't seem to notice though. The only thing he slightly misses is the scarf that's usually around his wrist. He's like, "Hey, I don't know. I feel all out of balance." He's rolled a 20. You're using a nat 20, Skyra, and the goblins. Actually, hang on. Let's use the goblin captain. I think all the goblins look to their captain like. Eh? And the goblin captain just sort of like shrugs and is just like, I don't know. And no one picks up any weapons or anything. They're all just sort of like, at this point, this has become street theater for the goblins. First, this guy comes in, and they're all getting ready to draw weapons at that point. But he was so nice that they just started talking to him. And now you've come in, and they're just like waiting for what's going to happen next. Like,
And Zethra turns to Calwyn and goes,
All right, now your job is to stand next to that girl and make sure that your little friend is also next to that girl and remind her very not subtly of her position as a noble lady and that she should be marrying this king of the goblins that's standing in front of her.
Oh yeah. And like I'm gonna walk over to Kaija and like perch Clyde, my imp, on her shoulder, and then just like.
As you touch her, it's like she comes out of a stupor. She focuses on the guard captain and begins raising her crossbow.
Hey. If you do that, I'm sorry, but my friend will definitely have something to do with it.
Is that an intimidation roll?
That would be my assumption.
Nice.
Oh.
Oh.
Just don't let me roll any of your natural ones because everyone else is killing it.
Yeah, okay, so as you do this, she sort of like hesitates and the bow's only half raised. She hasn't put it down, but she hasn't lifted it all the way. She sort of looks at the little creature on her shoulder and is like, okay.
And at this point, like, Clyde's gonna kind of move his tail with his stinger to the back of her neck and gonna not like touch her or anything, just have it ready.
Look,
And
I can see the problem here. You've not had a drink. Look at your eyes. Clearly, you've not had a drink. Alcohol cures all wounds. And he's going to look around for some grog. The only thing he can really find is what the goblins are drinking, which is, piss ale, basically.
It's okay. Zethra pulls another flask. Here, this is much better that you should offer your fiance because you wouldn't want to give her poor alcohol, would you?
Why do you keep saying the word fiance?
I have a document right here. And she produces with Mage Hand a minor illusion of a document that he, with his signature on it, and very flourishing and
That can't be right. I'd never
See,
sign
it
something like
says, it says Johnny Deep, King of the Goblins.
that. Well, actually, I suppose I am the king of the grumblins. What are these goblins you keep talking about?
It's the local clan's name. Go with it. You don't want to deny them their own personal identity, right?
I've never had a gremlin approach me about having a personal identity before. Except for Jeffrey.
See?
There you go.
Can I see that document?
Nope. Mine. And she's gonna stick it right here.
Alright. Fine. My fiance. That's fine. Everything's fine. I'm very pleased to meet you, my humble bride.
Kaja! Johnny! This is your pre-wedding engagement party. It's an engagement party. Laurel!
This is so. Yes, a royal engagement.
It's like I'm not marrying anyone.
Nope.
Not today, of course. No, we'll have to make proper arrangements for a proper.
Look at him. He's
quality wedding.
Nope.
filthy and drunk and
No,
He's
this
not
man
filthy. No, he is not
the king
filthy.
of the goblins, and if you want to secure a treaty between your father and these people, then you will need to be married to him
we
as
don't
part
want
of your duty as a noble daughter.
we don't want a peace treaty. We're here to clear them out so we can have our burial chambers back.
Yeah, but these aren't yours.
What do you mean?
They're dwarven. You're not a dwarf.
So we have all the deeds?
So they'll become yours once you get married. It's real easy. God, you guys make this so thing hard. Hey, Loros! And she's gonna walk around
Hang on a minute. The only deeds I do a day.
frequently. Also, you signed this one. And she uses the minor illusion to pull it back up and puts it back down.
So Loros kind of like perks up and it's just like,
Loros, we need you to engage them. This is their engagement ceremony before they get married.
so he just like looks at the both of them and is just like,
By the power invested in me by let's go with nature. You're engaged. You're engaged now.
All right, let's party.
Yeah!
Now hang on a minute. Now that I can get behind. All right, let's have a
Put
drink.
that music back on.
Hey, and then she's gonna sidle up to Calwyn, who's still, I'm assuming, standing next to Kaja.
Yeah.
And she's gonna pull a dagger and kind of look at Calwyn and is like, "You explain what I'm about to do," and just puts the dagger right next to her back.
Hey, by the way, you do know what this means, right? As I'm talking to Kaija, you're going through with it.
What do you mean I'm going through with it?
You're doing exactly as this one here said. Otherwise, you've got two sharp, pointy objects going into your back.
You can make me another intimidation check, this time with advantage. I think I'm going to make a counter charisma check. Okay. I'll go along with your little plan for now, but my father won't be happy.
Honey, nobody's father's been happy with me since I was 6.
I can see why.
No, you really can't. And she's gonna take the dagger and kind of twist it in her arm and sheath it back.
Now, here's what's gonna happen.
And she's gonna kind of guide Kaja, like, with Calwyn slightly away.
Hey, Calvin.
Yeah.
Make sure we don't get stabbed in the back, right? Here's what's gonna happen, Kaja. You and Johnny are gonna have a wonderful, wonderful marriage. Now, the gentleman might die in his sleep, or he might go back to his sea. 6 of one, 1/2 dozen of the other. Either way, this is gonna happen. You're gonna sign the deed. He's gonna sign the deed. You're both gonna be very happy. You're gonna arrange a political relationship between you and the goblins in which you benefit from their ability to make shit, which is about the only benefit that goblins have. They don't die. It's a great plan, right?
Are you renowned in your lands for these sort of proposals?
I'm renowned for a whole lot of shit. This is not even the top 4. Well, I mean, would this make the top 5, Calvin?
I don't think so. Because
You've
done some
made
good
so
shit.
many proposals.
Ooh.
All kinds.
I mean, I don't think it tops the horse thing.
No, not at all.
Loros just chips in with,
Well, you did convince that one little wormling to give you his hoard, and like made it, think it was his idea. I think that was up there. That was a good one.
Yeah, that was fun. But he was only like hoarding books and you wanted them, so that wasn't a big deal.
Yeah, I appreciated that.
So is this like, are you trying to persuade? What's going on right now?
No, he's already persuaded. She's just telling her what's going to happen and why it's not going to be a horrible life for her. And get out of here without killing everybody and incurring mass genocide. That and arranging a marriage between Johnny Deep and Kasha is like here on my list of things that have happened.
Johnny is at the back of the room. He is now talking with this goblin chief. And you can sort of hear things like, I didn't think I was a king. He's like, I don't know, I thought I was the chief. Like, and they're having a bit of a discussion.
So, Loros,
Yes.
you and Calvin are gonna go help Johnny get ready for this wedding, because you're guys. And I guess Briar and I will help Kaja because we can make her pretty.
Sure.
so
Yeah.
Loros is gonna like walk over, and he's just gonna like grab whatever alcohol is along the way, and he's gonna just start like pouring it onto a rag and like cleaning off the dirt from Johnny.
So what, you're taking him into a separate room?
No, just right where he's at with the Goblin King.
Yeah, and I'm gonna like come up and I'm gonna like start like adjusting his newfound
Wait.
like clothes.
Wait, what are you two doing?
Like some of the alcohol, I just like pour into his mouth, and just like,
I'm just keep calm. You're fine. Everything's fine. Don't worry about it.
Keep
You're
I'm
calm.
gonna clean you up, man.
Keep calm. Matey, did you hear her plan?
Yeah, she seems like a nice girl.
Yeah, but did you hear it? Me get married. I'm Johnny Deep.
It's only temporary.
What does that mean?
Oh, accidents happen.
Hey, man, didn't you come in? I'm thinking too much. All right, let's go with it.
like kind of anytime he leaves his mouth open and words aren't actively coming out, like Loros is just kind of feeding him more and more alcohol.
I could hire you permanently. This is great. And what are you doing with Kaja?
Kaja, sit down on the floor here for a minute. You're too tall.
Yeah, it's a human thing.
Yeah, come on, just sit down for a minute. I need to help you braid your hair.
I'm not sure. Do I really want to be marrying a goblin king?
Okay, look, you want to look pretty for your wedding, right? Now sit down.
They're goblins.
It's a political marriage. It's your duty as a nobleman's daughter.
And you're a human. And if you really, 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 really don't like him, she pulls out a knife. That's what
And
this
just
is
to
for.
say, Clyde is still sitting on her shoulder. So
But don't you think that like forcing people into marriage is kind of evil?
No,
Look,
it's expedient. Also,
I'm gonna make a
Yes.
persuade roll specifically against Briar. She's not very good at persuading. Oh, a 15's not bad though.
Oh. You know, oh, you make a good point, but see, weddings are so happy though, and they're full of music and dancing.
and you're not committing genocide or being
Yeah,
evil.
the whole point is that we're saving all of these goblins here, because you were
And
gonna
you,
kill them
and
all,
you.
and you, because we don't want to kill you either.
Yeah, but they're just goblins. But we used to.
And you're just a human, so it'd be really easy to kill you.
Yeah. Okay.
There's
Granted.
only one of you.
Yes, I am slightly outnumbered, but still, you know, witch
Also-
burnings used to be surrounded with singing and dancing, but they were still burning humans.
Yeah, but you were murdering all of them for sport.
No, not for
And not
sport,
even
for
doing
our
it well.
burial tombs.
No. You were doing it for sport. If you were doing it for your burial tombs, you would have killed everybody in one movement, and you wouldn't have been sitting there shooting them one at a time
Well, I only
and
got.
letting one run away.
I
That's,
couldn't.
no.
I
no,
couldn't get through the tunnel. How else was I supposed to put the fear of God into them?
Go through the front door. If you really wanted to free them, that was how you would do it. But you didn't want to do that. You wanted to be sporting. Honestly, it's really not that hard. He's going to probably be too drunk to remember everything in the morning. The whole point of this is to arrange a political treaty between the two of you. You're going to go away. We're going to get them to sign a bunch of papers that, by the way, why do you want these burial tombs so much?
No reason.
Are you going to try and raise the dead and destroy the world?
Oh, I hadn't thought of that. Maybe.
Oh, that's not okay.
Nope, that's really
probably,
not okay.
Probably not, though. I don't think. I don't think Father has any witch doctors. Good idea, though. Shame.
Mm.
No, I feel like maybe there's something you're not telling us here.
Nope, definitely not.
Honey, you see my friend Calvin? He left his little buddy on your shoulder. Look to your left. See him?
Yep, I see him.
He will kill you very fast. I will kill you very, very slowly. Tell my dear good friend, Briar, every bad thing you wanted to do with these burial tombs.
Make me another intimidation roll. She's got to beat you at some point.
I'm gonna get a nat 20 that.
Damn it.
Excuse me. I'm gonna nat 20 that.
Okay. Come on. If there's any time for a nat 20, come on. She like grits her teeth and is like, nothing bad really.
Uh-huh. Says the person who was thinking about raising undead. Tell me.
Well, you know, the tombs are an ancient burial site.
Uh-huh.
Lots of riches are buried.
Oh, you're bankrupt.
No, not bankrupt, no.
Uh-huh.
I
Robbing
told
the
you.
dead means you're bankrupt.
No, not robbing the dead. I told you. We bought the deed to these burial tombs.
Uh-huh. Robbing the dead means you're bankrupt. Briar, she be bankrupt. It's fine.
Where
We now know what the goblins are going to give them as part of their wedding.
our longhouses,
Presents.
we travel from place to place, buying out old tombs where we can take out all of the relics and all and expensive things and sell them on, then move on to the next one.
And you made it so difficult. They could just give it to you. That's what the wedding's for. That's why you're gonna get married.
Yeah, that'll be your wedding present, and then you can move and leave these poor goblins in peace.
And
don't
your
have to
husband will
kill
go back to the sea and he will never remember that this happened. Unless you want to remind him. Oh, that'd be great. And she just kind of gets this look and just kind of stares off.
I'm so confused right now.
See, here's what's gonna happen. You're gonna marry this guy. My friend Briar is gonna convince you of it. There, as part of the wedding, you're gonna get all the gold and whatever you want from here. The goblins get to keep living here. Easy peasy.
Hmm.
And then if you choose to kill your husband in his sleep, that's your choice. Or you could just let him go away to sea.
We'll sort of like leave the camera hovering on Kaja's puzzled face for a moment as these words are just bombarding her. We'll pan back across to Loris and Calwyn with Johnny.
So I think Loros is going to try to talk to the Goblin King, and it's just like,
So I get that she was like killing a lot of you guys. Why are you still here? Why not just find a new place?
Well, we came up from under the ground.
So
Yeah, but you could have found somewhere else. There's
yeah.
plenty of places up here.
The
Yeah,
sunlight,
there's lots of room.
the sunlight hurts us.
We'll go in the night.
Or just like open an umbrella.
Where to? There's no mountains for miles.
We could probably help you find some mountains.
Or something similar, at least.
Yes, hang on, this sounds great. Brilliant. We'll find some new mountains, then no one needs to get married.
Yeah, well, I'm not really sold on this marriage plan, but if you guys leave, then that kind of solves the whole problem, doesn't it? You guys stop dying, humans get their whatever, and we're good. Success.
They did kill a lot of us, though.
Yeah, well, just we'll help you find a new mountain, and everybody will be happy.
Why should we give up our home just because they say we should?
Well, they're bigger than you, and they're killing you, so
Would you accept that as a reason?
I would.
I tend to avoid people that try to kill me, and go to where people are not trying to kill me.
Let's have some persuasion rolls.
persuasion.
I've realised now that Johnny's in play, I need to resort to the Lindy method, which is just roll everything. At all times.
Wait, how did they not one with a -1?
Uh-huh. Alright, so we should leave the mountain and go and find another mountain. Yes! Yes! Leave the mountain! Find another mountain! Perfect! Then no one needs to get married.
And you just see the mage hand kind of sneaking up and kind of grab the back of Johnny's collar. And start tugging on him towards move him towards the front of the thing.
I might hold that for just a minute. I think your scene might have taken a little longer, so yes, but shortly.
Oh no, I'm just saying it was just there.
Oh, okay. So, anything else that Loris and Cameron would like to do before we start enacting that?
No?
I think Loros is like still just kind of like keeping Shillelagh up on the club just in case things go south, but I think he feels like he's got the goblin semi-convinced. So he's mostly just kind of like still cleaning, still feeding alcohol to whoever has an open mouth and not talking.
Yeah. So,
Colin's still confused, so...
the little goblin chief is going to stand on his table and be like, "Lads, pack up your bags. We're moving out in the morning." Seems he believes you.
Nice. And so he'll also like take out a map of the region that he has, and he'll start like scouting out to see like where the nearest mountain range might be.
It's going to be like a 2-week hike.
Yeah, that's fine. So he'll like sell it as like a fun little excursion, and he'll start like drawing them like a copy of the map and like where they'll have to go. And it's just like, oh, nature's great. You just stay in the shade and
and there'll be caves, I'm sure, and food, and here.
And he'll like show like a little diagram of like how to make an umbrella.
Just be like, just carry these. The sun's not a problem.
Oh, well, thank you. You've been most kind.
That's what we do.
And I don't remember the full name of our troop, but he will definitely name drop and just be like,
If you guys ever have any problems you need solving, we're always happy to help.
Who are you gonna call? The known gnomes.
That's right. Correct.
Oh, thank you. And they start getting ready to pack things up. Now, this mage hand gripping Johnny.
Mhm.
What's it doing?
No, it's just like holding him. It was literally just there to hold him in place, so he wasn't like running.
Oh, okay.
Like it had been there previously. She had left it, is what I was trying to say.
Okay. I see. So, I mean, I've got to roll it just in case. He doesn't have a very good sleight of hand. So he just sort of like somehow sort of twists, and his waistcoat comes off, and the mage hand is holding his waistcoat as he's making his way over to the punch table. But he's not running; he's just going for more booze.
All right. So the mage hand is gonna take the waistcoat and just kind of throw it in his face.
Okay.
Like, no, this is not mine. This is yours. And then we're gonna bring that's where they end. Whenever we end, we're gonna bring Kaja back up. It's like, so really simple, Johnny. You marry her, and they give us all the goldy thingies, and the goblins don't have to leave.
It's all right. We all sat down. We've sorted it all out. No need for any marriages or nothing like that. None at all. The goblins are going. The people will be happy. You'll get paid. Everyone's a winner.
Yeah, I don't think so somehow. I got a piece of paper that says you're gonna get married.
Yeah, but look, they're leaving.
I've still got a piece of paper that says you're getting married. And Loros likes me better than you.
Oh.
Loros just like looks and it's just like,
Yeah, that's kind of true. I didn't really talk about your marriage part. I just meant that the goblins were leaving.
That really necessary, guy?
Oh yes.
Hell yes, it is.
Oh, I mean, I did put flowers in her hair. I wouldn't be ashamed to let them go to waste.
And this way, there's no possibility of her ever coming back and saying we didn't follow through on our deal. See, it's really easy. You stand here, and she's just going to kind of shove Johnny into place. And Kaja, you stand here. And now,
And she's gonna use the mage hand to kind of magic up a piece of paper from somewhere that she has.
and then
now Loros is going to stand here. Cowan, do you want to be best man or maid of honor?
Best man. That's
Okay. And Briar's going to be the maid of honor.
Okay. Gosh, I do love weddings.
Hang on a minute, though, Briar.
What?
You seem so pure and everything.
Yeah, weddings are so happy. I love weddings. They're so
Well-
fun, and there's music and dancing, and that just makes the world seem so bright and cheerful.
If I've got to get married, for whatever reason, I don't want to marry that shrew. And Kaja's a bit like, I want to marry someone bright and happy like you.
Oh, that's really.
At this point,
I would
I'm
look
gonna
real-
have Clyde go from Kaisha on to I am terrible. What's his name?
Johnny.
Johnny. Yeah, go onto his shoulder, go with the stinger in the right place, and just go. I think you're forgetting something. You're marrying this one.
Make me an intimidation roll.
And she's and Zethra's just gonna pull the the illusion contract out again.
Ooh,
hey, finally won one.
is it too late to go ahead and use my net 20?
Oh yeah. You can use an at 20, but it'll cost you 2, and Johnny's modifier is greater than yours.
Oh.
I was kidding around, anyways.
Johnny is making a convincing argument to you, at least, Briar.
Yeah, but Zethra, can't we just send Kaja back to her dad? And like,
No,
I
'cause then
always.
she's going to come in the middle of the night.
And she's gonna switch to gnomish.
No, because then she's gonna come back in the middle of the night and kill all these people in their sleep.
But
Remember, she's not a good person. We need to make her be good, and Johnny's here to help her be good because he's Johnny Be Good.
such nice things about me, though.
Oh yeah, that's great.
He seems sweet.
Briar, he's a human. Have you ever And she's gonna look at you and go, "I'm not judging. You do you. I'm gonna judge a little bit. How does that work?"
At
How
that,
does
Laura
that
just
work?
is like,
You know, Zethra, there's this magic. It's called enlarge reduce, and
I understand that,
it facilitates all kinds of things.
but their ears are so round. And she's gonna go look back at Johnny and then just use the mage hand to curve his ear again.
One of them looks like it's been bitten off,
Okay.
but in a rugged way.
Yeah, the scraggly is handsome if you look at it just right. Like, squint a little.
And at this point, I'm gonna like, Colin's gonna like butt in and be like, "Hey, isn't the whole thing for the humans to get married? Not because we know that we need her."
I just, and really, we just need to make sure that she does all these gnomes, and the gnomes are goblins, and the goblins are leaving, and
Yeah, but why do we need to make the goblins leave? It's their house.
yeah, but
Well,
they
they're
said
already
they were
leaving.
going to.
Yeah, I know. I just want to be an ass. Well, not an ass. I just don't
Well,
like her. And she's gonna lean him really close. And Briar is not legal anyways. It don't matter. So we're having a wedding. Loros.
Laura's just kind of like looks at Briar and is just like,
Well, we don't really have to marry these two, do we? If we want to have a wedding. They don't seem to want to get married. I feel a little uncomfortable about forcing them to get married.
Oh, fine.
Yeah.
Briar, you can marry the human if you want.
Yes, I've always wanted to have a wedding.
All right.
This is gonna
Kaja,
be
come
so
over here.
fun.
Come over here. You're gonna be the maid of honor. Kaja. And
Hang
At
on
this
a minute.
point, I'm gonna reach over to where Clyde is, and he's gonna turn back into a rat. I'm gonna shove him back in my pocket.
Hang on a minute. If we're gonna have a marriage, I feel like we should do this properly. Now let's look at what we've got here, right? 2 long tables, full of piss ale, a few tankers of whiskey, if that. No ship, no ocean.
Of course not. We need to have the marriage. We need to have this We need to have this portion of the marriage on land before it can go to the ocean. Because I am not letting you take my friend on any ship and not be married beforehand. No. You do not love her and leave her. Doesn't happen.
Why
I just
don't we
wanted
get
to go on a ship, though?
Why don't we get married on my ship though? It's very big. It's called the Chum Guzzler. No, the Rum Guzzler, sorry. The Chum Guzzler was his old name.
Oh. That's not a very pretty sounding name, but I'm sure we can take care of that later.
Yeah, you might want to rename it. You might want to repaint it. Marriage
Yeah.
first, and then on the ship. Because I'm not gonna. No, Loros is
Yeah,
doing the wedding.
no,
You're not getting out of this. You're
maybe-
not living and leaving.
Well,
We
we'll
can
give
have the
it a
marriage
nice
in
name,
port.
Something with flowers.
Exactly. We need flowers. All right, Kasha, come on. We got flowers to do. Loros, you got this. And she's gonna turn to the goblins. And go, you guys. I need all the flowers you can find.
so at that, Loros just starts to like produce flowers from out of nowhere, and he's using just druidcraft to just like create flowers and just kind of starts throwing them all over the place. And just,
Girl wants flowers, girl gets flowers.
Aw, thank you, Laura. These are beautiful flowers. These are gonna make the wedding so pretty. And music, we need music. What happened to the people that were playing music? They need to play-
Goblins.
The goblins, you've sort of scared everything. I mean, we really had the party going there for a minute, and now we've all
All right,
started
well-
talking politics and everything. Everyone's sobered up.
I can fix that real quick and in a hurry.
These gremlins are broken, by the way.
Of course they are. That's why we were going to have you marry the Kaja so that you could fix them. Honestly,
No, I mean when you sit them in ale, it doesn't turn into rum.
it's not the same species. I thought you knew that. Honestly, and she's just gonna walk away,
But look, they're
muttering in
little.
Gnomish about horrible, stupid humans.
And she's gonna find the nearest goblin and turn to him and go,
So, you guys are going out. We're gonna protect you, make sure you don't die. All those good things. But my friend wants to have this wedding, so play music. Now.
They're more scared than musical. You know, some people need
She's just gonna-
creative juices to go. They're pretty scared.
She's just gonna go like, boop. I'm really not that scary. No, that can be. I really am that scary. But not right now, I'm not.
And at this point, Colin's gonna like walk up and like just like start like ushering Zethar over. I got this. Come on. You were doing it just a minute ago. Y'all can do this.
Would you please make me a persuasion roll? Strong rolls to you for a day beast. Wow.
Except for the first 5.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they're like, okay. And they gradually start picking up again, and soon the party noises begin picking up.
Here, there's a really great song you should do. It goes da 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 da, and the lyrics are something like dance, dance, baby, dance. Yes, those are the lyrics. Do you know that song?
They look at you all like. One of them starts
Honestly,
puffing.
It's a song I learned from like, goblins. I thought you all knew that.
and she's gonna walk back to Briar.
So, you got flowers, you got music, you got a guy.
Zetra. You gotta
Yes.
make it look like I'm wearing a pretty dress, and it's gotta be big and floofy, and it has sparkles on it. And
Yes, floofy, big, sparkles, and white, I'm assuming. Or do we want blue?
any color will work. It's just gotta be floofy and flowers.
Okay. And, I mean, with your skin tone, I really want to go like pink!
Yes, like pink, happy color.
Bright, bright pink. Like, oh wait, it's October. Breast cancer. Susan G. Combing, ribbon, pink. With sparkles.
There we go. Yes. And flowers. Can't forget the flowers.
And so Loris will come over to Briar, and he just starts like braiding in flowers like all over. Like he works it into the illusion, so it's like he'll find an anchor point on her like actual armor that'll like work with the illusion.
He's just
wearing
sticking the
dress.
flowers in her chainmail.
Yeah, exactly. So it's just like he's finding like spots that like work. And then he just starts like throwing alcohol at people until they start drinking. Those are his two plans.
So now we have a gnome-sized Sarah marrying a human-sized Jareth. Moving on.
In bright pink.
Yes.
Johnny has sort of forgotten all about everything, and he's starting to sit down and chat with the gremlins again,
All right,
telling wild tales.
Loris, you get up there. We're going to have this wedding.
And then I'm
Yeah,
gonna go
we're-
over to where Johnny's like, come on, time for you.
All right, yeah, let's do this. Let's go and get on the boat. We've got to sail. And
You got to get married first.
yeah. And he stands and staggers around. I feel awful.
You're fine.
Here,
Come on.
drink this.
Thanks. Still not strong enough though. I just feel so sober.
Oh, you want to be drunker?
She reaches into her back, into her back of her, like behind in the small of her back, and pulls out.
Now this, only you and I, okay? And hands it over very carefully.
And what is this drink that you've given him?
Grain alcohol. With some peppermint to kind of cut the.
He starts chugging it.
You have to leave some for me.
Oh yeah, sorry. Yeah, that's more like the stuff. Yeah, that's better.
Honestly.
Didn't taste very
Hoarding.
like more spices though. That'd be
No, no,
better.
no. Well, okay, yes, I've done other ones. They're spicier.
Yeah, you want to get some like
All right, so Calvin's gonna be your best man. Loris is gonna do a wedding. Kaja, where are you?
do I have to be a part of this?
Yes, you're the maid of honor. Stand here. Wait, no, you're a bridesmaid. Stand here. I'm the maid of honor.
I can tell.
And
So,
she's gonna
so good.
turn to Kaja and say, "We're doing this so that nobody dies and you get what you want, honey. Suck it up."
I don't see why I don't just leave. They seem to have forgotten about me.
Because I would kill you in your sleep. My
Why?
friend wants a wedding. My
Yes.
friend wants a wedding, and you're gonna give it to her.
Are you sure it's your friend that wants a wedding? I'm not saying you're doing the crazy maid of honor thing, but
Calling
She's the one that wanted to marry him. I wanted to marry you to him. This is her wedding.
well, this is my point.
Alright.
It's more of okay.
Loros, you're on.
So Loros just like kind of gets up and he creates like 2 twigs, and he hands one to Johnny and he hands one to Briar, and he says,
We're all twigs in the wind, and if we're so lucky, sometimes we find branches.
and he like motions towards them and like tells them to like put the twigs together.
Johnny pops Briar a wink.
Briar, hold.
Oh, you're breaking up just a little bit. I couldn't quite make out.
Briar holds out her twig towards him.
Oh yeah, he crosses swords.
Yeah, so when that happens, he Loros like waves his hand over it, and the 2 twigs become just like a branch between the 2 of them. And
Bloody
he
hell.
says,
You are now joined by the powers of nature. Now let's get drunk.
and he just like
Oh,
runs
that
off.
was so beautiful! Oh my goodness.
Great.
Wow, that part with the branch was so good, Loros. You did a
Yeah.
really good job.
And now little like flowers start to just like sprout out of the branch.
And now we have to have dancing. Weddings have dancing.
Johnny starts clapping and singing Santy songs. You know, when I went down to Derby to see what I could see, I saw a great big sheep there, the greatest thing you ever see. That's a lie, that's a lie. He's trying to get all the goblins to sing. That's a lie, lie, lie. They don't pick it up. It carries on singing no less, though.
Loros like tries, but he's like just off in the time a little bit, so it's almost like it's what's it called, like a canon or whatever, where it's like a few seconds behind.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna grab Zethra's gonna grab Calwyn. It's like, come on, mate, we gotta finish this. And while everyone else is kind of partying, or at least starting to party, they're gonna guide Kaja to the door.
What? So now you're letting me go?
Oh yeah, this is what's gonna happen. They're gonna leave tomorrow. Then you can raid this whole thing to yourself, and you're gonna let them go.
Okay.
And you're not gonna stab them in the back. Otherwise, Calwyn, see him? He's nice.
Okay.
I'll come and kill you in your sleep.
And at that point, I'm gonna reach in my pocket, grab Clyde out as the rat, and just be like, and this one here, we'll come to get you as well.
So you let them leave. They'll let you take everything that's here. Everybody's happy.
Really like the way you guys negotiate.
Nobody does.
Evidently.
Calwyn, has anyone liked me negotiating? Ever?
And now you're allies with the goblins?
No, we're allies with whoever we want. And we're not really allies. We're just making sure that they don't die. We are, however. And you get what you want. You get the money and gold. They get to leave and not die. Everybody's happy. And my friend got a wedding, so yay.
Yeah, I guess that's plus.
Okay. Well, I'll be off.
And you didn't have to get married.
That was a good point. Yes, I'm grateful for that. Okay, well, I'll be off then.
And she'll like escort her to the door. Because Zethra is still the only one with the key to the door.
Uh-huh. So, what, you opening the door, letting her out?
Yep.
Cool.
Hey, by the way, if we see an army coming back to attack us, we can lock ourselves in and you would never be able to get in. Bye!
Uh-huh. And yeah, well, I mean, she walks off down this cave. Yeah.
And we go, and I go back, and it's like, so Calvin, time to party?
Hell right.
Yes, party!
And I'm just gonna let Clyde down on the floor and let Clyde go do whatever they want.
Briar's in there dancing on the table, and she reaches down and pulls one of the goblins up with her.
Yeah, the goblin will dance with you happily. He doesn't really know what's going on. They don't really have marriage in goblin society, but he's happy. Yeah, Johnny's getting progressively more drunk, sitting on a table nearby. Me, Johnny D, a ball and chain, or a branch and bud.
And so, like, as they're kind of like dancing around, Briar, if you look down, you'll notice like there's like a little branch that's encircling your wrist, and there's like a matching one that's encircling Johnny's wrist. And then Loros is just kind of like pouring alcohol down goblins until like everybody's up and dancing.
Oh yeah, and it'll be an amazing celebration. Everyone's dancing. I mean, you know, the room's a little filthy. It's small and stuff. But is there anything in particular you guys would like to do at this party?
Party, dance it out.
Yeah.
Zethra's gonna dance a little bit and then just kind of work her way out of the room and see if she can find any of these like hidden stores of gold that she can liberate a small amount of wealth before.
Yeah, Loros is definitely just trying to get all the goblins like hammered and passed out, and then is gonna follow Zethra.
As you walk past the drunk goblin from earlier, he sort of mumbles, bankrupt if you're raiding the dead. Lol.
The ball bearings fall off
Go all over
his
his
face.
neck.
Yeah. Well, there we are at the end of this little one-shot then. This went most different to how I planned. Guys, how was that for you?
That was fun.
Good. I'm not sure if Sky was expecting to get married this week, but she did.
Nope.
I certainly wasn't expecting Johnny to get married this week, but hell, let's go in with him. So, let's go round. Guys, tell us what your favourite part was, where we can find you online, all the wonderful things you do. So we'll start, where did we start last time? I think we started with Deirdre last time, didn't we? Or did we start with Skyra? Yeah, so we'll start with Skyra.
Alright. Yeah, my favorite part was definitely the wedding. I was not expecting to have a wedding, but Briar definitely just wanted an excuse for a good party. I don't think she even cares that much about what Johnny does afterwards, but it was a good time. You can find me on Twitter at SkyraMoss. I stream on Thursday nights over on Phantom Roll Booth and Sunday nights on Money Cook Games.
There we go. So hang on, let me get Monty Cook Games up as well. And Phantom Roll Booth. So next around we have Beast Games 312. Hey Beast.
Hey, I guess my favorite part was using Clyde to just intimidate everyone. Because why not? But you can find me on Twitter and Twitch at the Beast Games 312, right up above me. I barely do anything, but it's where I am most of the time.
Awesome. Well, yeah, I've put your links in chat so we can go and find you. Thank you very much. Next around, we have Clever Comment. Oh, Tony. Oh, hi.
Hello. Yeah, I think my favorite part, let's see, it's kind of like just Kaja being kind of awful. Like where she was just like, yeah, I was just killing goblins and just like letting them run away, and like was totally okay with that. I thought that was pretty funny. Yeah, you can find me online at Clever Comment. I'm also pretty much just only on Twitter, really. That's about it for me.
Lovely. Just getting you links in there. So last but most certainly not least, we have Deirdre.
Hello, all. I'm Deirdre, or at Deirdre Donlin on Twitter, where I talk about D&D and classics, my two favorite things. You can find me hanging out in the Twitch chat of many, many different streams as Praxagora Thesmiophoria. I also respond to Prax. You can find me every Wednesday hanging out here with Scrat and Skyra, and we plot different random things to do. It's fun. But starting Sunday, I will be on starting a campaign that Koros RPG is DMing over on Soul Bear RPG, where called The Shattered Eye, which is joining my two favorite things in the world, ancient Roman history, mythology, and RPGs. And it's a West Marches style game. We're starting at level 1. Let's put this in perspective, guys. The session 0 was a DCC. We all gonna die. It'll be great.
Should be fun.
Fantastic.
Oh yeah.
Well, that just leaves me, you guys. So here are my social links. Check out my Insta. My Insta. What am I doing? Check out my Discord. It's a fun, inclusive place where you can learn about TTRPGs or other D&D games. Or that should be D&D and other TTRPG games, but still, you get the point. Twitter, send me a DM on Twitter, and I will get you a game. I'll get you a game on the show. Simple as that, really. We are running out of slots this year, but I'm soon to nail down the schedule for next season. Also, I've got a YouTube there. Please check out the YouTube. It's where all the previous episodes are kept up to date. Sorry, I'm not feeling very well. What else have we got? We've also got a Patreon. Go and check that out. We have some merch and some sponsors in the form of Bird in the Storm Publishing and Mage Hand Press. Please go and check all of those out. They will have amazing content, and you'll see it here on the channel at some point in the near future. And they've got various links there, which are, worth checking out. What else have I got? I haven't really got anything else because I don't have a competition at the moment because someone's won it. We'll be starting the next competition up very soon. But in the meantime, what should our raid war cry be?
Johnny's getting married.
Johnny gets married. Do you know who'd appreciate that? Grimjack21502, most definitely. Okay, so let's go in with Johnny got married. He'll understand straight away. So will Kiana, who is currently on the show. So there it is, there, and then here it is with some Scrat hype. Yeah. Oh yeah, Lindy. Everyone, Lindy, by the way, is basically the co-creator of Johnny in my eyes because she just let me play it the way that I wanted to, and it was amazing. So we will be heading over. They should recognize who these people are, and it'd be amazing. So we're going to go over to Raid. Did I press space? Maybe. Who knows? We'll find out very soon. Grimjack21502, or as we know him, Greg. There we go. So get in there with that. Johnny got married. Scrat hype if you've got it. And yeah, let's keep the hype happening over there. Thank you very much, everyone, for coming along today. Keep on evoking emotions, and we will see you next time. Bye!